It's so windy here that I had to find a spot. I'm gonna show you later where I am. But I had to find a spot that wasn't that windy because I was worried that you wouldn't be able to hear me properly. So I got behind this thing, this carriage vintage retro looking thing, and I thought maybe this is gonna block the wind. But guess what? Not really. I just hope you can hear me well. Anyway, I remember the exact day I discovered Microsoft Paint. I was 7 years old and I was in school, and this guy was doing a demo for us, and I thought, what kind of sorcery is this? This guy was drawing this house. It was very basic, obviously, imagine paint. It was like a square with a triangle. I was like, wow, but hang on, he started filling it in with colors. He started coloring the house, the square and the triangle. And I was literally obsessed. I got home and I was asking my mum for a computer. Bless me, I was 7. That was probably 1996 or something like that, 1997, I don't know. Like, nobody had phones, nobody had computers, nobody had any technology like we do now. So asking my mum for a computer, my mum was like, what is a computer? What do you mean? I just wanted to get my hands on a computer so that I could draw with that thing. Little did I know, many years later, I'll be doing graphic design for a living. But the funny thing is, I never actually studied graphic design at uni or anywhere else. I did study fine arts, but I quit after the second year because I got so sick and so tired of the educational system. I realized on the second year, I was hating it. Not art, but the system. So yeah. Second year, finished, and I quit. That's it. So I ended up teaching myself graphic design. I started playing around with buttons and stuff, and I literally taught myself everything because there were no tutorials, no courses, no nothing, unless you enrolled at uni or something like that, which I never did. I was literally just playing around with my computer, and I remember the feeling again when I was like, I could do this forever. I remember going to bed at 4, 5 a.m. after the whole night just designing random crap because that was what I was doing, and I just loved it so much, and I thought I need to do this for a living. But to be honest with you, I didn't even plan or think about becoming a graphic designer. Many years later, I moved to the UK, specifically London. I was there for 9 years, and during that time I've worked in human resources, business management, retail management. I've done so many different things. However, in all of my roles, I've always done some graphic design simply because people knew I liked it and I was good at it by the looks of it. So I ended up taking on these little design projects without me even realizing I was actually getting paid for that because that was happening during my workday. And I never even considered applying for a graphic design job ever. Almost as if I never saw myself as a designer. I was just doing it because I loved it. Looking back now, it's kind of insane that I've been working as a graphic designer for so long. And what's more insane is the fact that it all happened organically. I never planned anything, it just happened. I started getting graphic design gigs on the side. It was just actual clients asking me for graphic design stuff, and they paid me for it. Very little, but they did. But again, I never called myself a designer, and I never thought I was one. It's so weird. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's crazy. But anyway, this is how it happened. At first, I was still doing other jobs alongside it, and eventually it became my full-time job, and this is what I do now for a living. Over the years, I've learned so much the hard way most of the times because I never had the colleague next to me to share my experience with, or just to bounce back ideas. I never had a mentor, I never went to uni, so my world was a little bit far from graphic design, but I did learn a lot by doing the job. And one of the things I noticed was that this solo journey, at some point it became a little bit too solo, and I thought, I want to start my own YouTube channel. That was 10 years ago, and I'm only starting it now. Well done for me, at least I did it. Some people never actually start, so. Well, I am literally exposing myself now here, so I can now officially say,
welcome to my channel.
My God, the wind. I'm definitely going to share all the things I've learned, the behind the scenes, my client processes, some tutorials. So if this is something you're interested in, stick around and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.